Hey there, this video is going to cover just an overview of week one. What are we getting into? What should I be doing? So let's jump right in. I am going to take us down here. And so when we're in week one, we've got our week one content Moodle book. So this is what I'm going to be reviewing in this video. And you're also going to want to go down and review the online communications guidelines. I did separate videos to cover these first few topics, and then so one video for that, and then there's a separate video for forum discussions. So you can make it through that video and watch that as well. And we'll talk a little bit more about the assignments for week one. So let's jump right in. So week one is the beginning of module one. And so module one, week one, we're really focusing on orienting to the course and orienting to expectations. And then weeks 2 and weeks 3 of this module, we're going to start looking at the current state of knowledge about addiction and the nature of addiction. So looking at common definitions and the complexities of addiction and how that impacts us as we seek to work in this field. Again, like in my other videos, I am not going to go through these things word by word. I've put them in there for you to read. So let's check out our week one overview and what are our learning objectives. So really week one is about familiarizing yourself with the course, the CAS program, and each other. So you get to know, so that's what we're working on. So our learning objectives support those goals. So we are learning more about the CAS program as a whole and expectations for students within the program, getting some exposure to professional competencies that we're required to display, familiarization with the Moodle shelf of this course, and understanding of course policies, expectations, and assignments. So those are our learning objectives. So let's jump right in. So what is the CAS program? So the Chemical Addiction Studies program prepares students to address issues related to substance use and addictive disorders. So you can earn a certificate of technical studies, which you would earn if you took all 25 credits of the CAS courses. And you can pursue becoming a licensed addiction counselor. This is one path to do that. So there's a link here for our website. And hey, the program was recently in the news. So check out this news article highlighting the program and 2 of our alumni. So check out that link. It's a pretty cool article. And email me specifically. Right now, we don't have a formalized discipline lead. She retired last year. So we are working on figuring out what that looks like for our program moving forward. So for now, if you have questions about the program or about becoming an LAC, please shoot me an email. You can also talk to the other instructors in the program as well about their experiences and their paths. And we all took a little different path to get to where we are. So pick our brains. We love talking about it. We're here because we like student development. So yeah, pick our brains. We are here to talk to you. So navigating the CAS program. So a lot of times Katie, I'm really confused. I don't know where to ask these questions. So for questions about advising and registering for classes, please contact your academic advisor. I can't give you a PIN number. I can't help you through that process. I can talk to you about the CAS courses and how they flow and make recommendations about how like taking the courses and when to take the courses. I can talk to you about, my experiences in licensing or, like licensure, things like that. So if you have questions about the CAS program in general, licensing, what it's like to work as an LAC, reach out to any of the instructors in the CAS program. Reach out to me. If we can't answer it, we'll get you pointed in the right direction. So let's talk about some professional responsibilities. guess what? There are a lot of professional responsibilities. And I will make sure that you have a copy of TAP 21. Um, so so these professional competencies, this is not an exhaustive list. There's actually a lot of them, and we actually are going to review these at the end of the semester in our ethics section. But for now, some things to think about as we are navigating this program and as you are working in all of your CAS courses. This isn't just my courses. The other CAS courses expect for you to follow these professional responsibilities. And we expect you to start developing those today. We don't expect you to be fully actualized in this process. You are a student and you are learning, but you need to know that these are the expectations. So because we're a workforce development program, we are also working on becoming professionals. So the first one here is that we have a commitment to professionalism, that we have an openness to constructive supervision and willingness to grow and change personally and professionally. We conduct self-evaluations. I'm going to pick out the ones. I want you to read through all of these. All of this content is actually on the quiz for this week. So you need to go through all of these. But you should know that there are consequences if you're not complying with professional standards. That we need to know how to interpret and apply these ethical, legal, and professional standards. We have to be willing to change behaviors as necessary. That includes me, that includes you, everybody, and it's an ongoing process. We need to be willing to expose ourselves to information that might conflict with how we believe, what we believe. The professional development is an individual responsibility. It's not the responsibility of your teachers, of your supervisors, of anybody. It is your it's your responsibility. We need to be able to communicate the need for assistance. I include that there because, especially in this online learning format, I might not know that you're struggling. So it's our responsibility as an LAC, it's your responsibility as a student to communicate when you need assistance, that you elicit feedback from others, that you are willing to accept criticism and feedback. That we're maintaining our physical and mental health. Guess what? Self-care. Self-care is a part of our ethics. That modeling self-care is an effective treatment tool, or as an effective treatment tool. So our clients look to us, our patients look to us as models of the things that we're trying to teach them. And whether we're in recovery or not, a lot of what we're working on is distress tolerance, stress management, all of these things that trigger people to engage in different behaviors or actions. So we serve as models. We need to conduct ourselves with integrity, that we're self-monitoring ourselves, and that we are incorporating ethical practice into our professional work. So again, this is not an exhaustive list. You are responsible for reading, understanding, and following all of the standards and requirements of our profession. So you're provided with these resources here in this class. You can easily find them online. You can also request a copy from any of your instructors in the CAS program. So communication in the program. So this just talks, I think this is, so counseling relationships rely heavily on appropriate, respectful, and considerate communication. So we are developing and modeling these skills within the academic setting. So again, I don't expect you to be an expert on this today, but I do expect that you are starting to practice professional communication. So let's look at our content for this week. So you want to make sure that you are reviewing all content posted on the homepage, that you've reviewed all the content on the week 1 Moodle page, and that you thoroughly review the course syllabus and timeline. Then also familiarize yourself with the SAMHSA TAP 21, this first section of it. That is where I got many of those professional responsibilities from. Just know that it's a resource, put it in your, professional development bank. And just know that that's something that we are going to be looking at in this course. And as an LAC, you are required to adhere to those. So let's see here, next steps and assignments. So this week, what you want to do is wrap up. So after you get through all of the content from the homepage and what's posted under week 1, you want to participate in the introduction and communication forum. I will include instructions for verbal instructions for how to participate in that as well. And you're going to want to take the week 1 quiz. So one note, extra time for assignments is provided during week 1. So normally normally the assignment is finished within the week. So we get it done between Monday and Friday of the week it's assigned in. There are some weeks in which we move those around, and week 1 is one of those weeks because everybody's getting acclimated to the course. I've bumped out the deadlines and the due dates for those assignments into week 2, into the middle of week 2, if you need that extra time. If you don't, that's okay. Get them done during week 1. You'll be great. We'll do that again when Thanksgiving week is here. And then also there's a week with 2 holidays in it in early November. This talks about what we're doing next week. I'll let you read through that. And I will just wrap up this video. So welcome to week 1. Go ahead and use that questions form on the homepage if you have questions, or drop me an email. All right. Thanks, everybody.